We are all familiar, or should be familiar, with ISPs sending notices of you downloading content or whatever through BitTorrent. And with this latest news, which is kind of old, but it's resurfaced from mainstream media here in Canada covering it, Torrent Free covering it, because the lawyer that had messaged him, and it's obviously Canadian lawyer because this is happening here, people are being hit with these notices because what's happening is, instead of the movie studios behind a couple of movies, The Bodyguard, Hitman's Bodyguard, Dallas Buyers Club, and stuff like that, instead of them contacting your ISP saying, look, this person is infringing, normally you get those letters and your ISP will tell you to quit. What they're doing now is they're getting a court order, they're getting who you are, and then they're sending you registered mail to your house, stating that you have 30 days to file a defense, and if you don't, then obviously there's going to be hell bring it down on you. And they're hitting people with these $5,000 you need to pay for damages type thing, which is kind of crazy to see. And again, this is not new, this is old, this was happening in the States and it's happening here. And you may be wondering why I'm covering this. Well, obviously I'm going to be talking about VPNs, I'm going to be talking about this because there's a couple other things I'm going to talk about too. With the latest rounds of letters that have went out to developers, playlisters, and so on and so forth within the community and people who had builds, you know, if these guys want to find you, not fully protecting yourself all the time, they're going to find you, right? And again, some of these people may be doing BitTorrents on their off time. And even if you're not using BitTorrents and you are doing, you know, stuff through RealDbrid, stuff through forums, you know, browsing Facebook, doing online buying, get a goddamn VPN. You know, the top three right now are Express, PIA, and Vanish. You can use my links if you don't want to. You can just search them up, go to their site and buy it directly. You don't need to use anybody's affiliate link. All it does is help us get a couple dollars, okay? But again, you need to use a VPN. And the reason why I'm covering this is because I know a couple APKs and Kodi add-ons are now implementing the whole dbrid, all dbrid covering and supporting torrents. Now, even if you're not using that aspect of it and you're using RealDbrid, sometimes the servers go down, and the thing is, your ISP can see that you're using RealDbrid. So will they block RealDbrid? Will they throttle the speeds? Yes, they can, and you have no say about it, right? So that's another reason to use a VPN. If these services fail that are dbrid based, and the torrent somehow still plays for you, guess what? It's not being covered through them. You're exposing yourself. Another reason to have a VPN. A lot of VPNs support a kill switch, where if the VPN happens to disconnect, it cuts your connection right off. So there's no the VPN disconnecting and you still having a connection exposing you. Like, it will cut it off and end it. So that's another reason to use one. And the thing is too, like I said, with these companies not doing, you know, the normal copyright DCMA notice to your ISP or ISP hitting you up, they're not going that route anymore. And again, if they file and get a court order to find out who the hell you are behind this IP, right? Your ISP does not need to disclose to you that somebody has seeked information on you. They do not need to tell you that. And another thing too is, if you're in the UK, if you're in the States, you're in Canada, right? Like in Canada, there's that lawsuit against Adam, or everybody knows as TV add-ons, from Bell, Rogers, Vidtron, and I believe there's somebody else. If you're under any one of these ISPs, do you want to keep consuming illegal content or questionable content, knowing full well they are suing him? No. You want to be using a damn VPN all the time. Whether it's IPTV, whether it's add-ons, whether it's forums, whether it's sites, use a damn VPN. And the same thing for the States. There's ISPs that are attacking people along with these companies. Same thing in the UK. If you know that these ISPs are doing this and you're part of that because you're locked down in an area where you can't get another ISP service, protect yourself. You have no goddamn choice but to protect yourself. No, this is not a video condoning the use of illegal content. It's just you need to protect yourself in this day and age, whether it's legal or illegal. I said illegal or legal if you didn't hear me. I didn't say legal twice. You just really got to protect yourself. It's crazy because there's a screenshot or a picture taken from this notice from March 16th, 2018, sorry. It says here, a legal proceeding has been commended against you by the plaintiff. The claim made against you is set out in the following pages. Obviously, there's no other pages showing on this. It's just the front of it. If you wish to defend this proceeding, you or a solicitor acting for you are required to prepare a statement of defense. So you need to prepare for this, and you have 30 days within Canada if you're hit with this. If you're in the States, you have 40 days, and if you're outside Canada and the US, you have 60 days. So there's been a couple people that have gotten these because they've been stupid, and yes, VPNs can hand over information, okay? If you're using a free one, you're more than likely fucked, okay? If you're using one that is questionable, you're more than likely fucked, okay? The top two that I've been knowing to not give out information is Express and PIA. Vanish did in the past, however, they claim they're under new management, so on and so forth, and that they don't keep any logs now. So I guess we'll see if that's true or not. So for the top three, you want to get them. Express and PIA for sure don't keep any logs. This video is a little longer than what I anticipated. But again, like, this is not new, and again, you guys really need to protect yourself, because again, if these Dbred services fail, if you know your ISP is one of the ones that are not liking illegal content, so on and so forth, protect yourself, man. Save a couple bucks, get a deal on a VPN for a year or two. I didn't mean to say a year, but 2 years. Normally you can get, depending on the time, you can get one for 80 bucks for 2 years. And again, a lot of the VPNs support 3 to 5 or 10 devices or more. Again, so you could have it on your computer, you could have it on your box, you could have it on your phone, and so on and so forth. And a lot of these even have where if your router supports it, you can set it up on your router, protect all those devices under that one profile. So that's one device. And then you could do your other devices with the app separately. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace out. So you've reached the end of the video. Thank you for watching all the way. And if you want, there is a video on the left side, which is a video you may like. And on the right side, you can check out my last video. Thank you for watching to this point. It means a lot. Peace out.